Aquarius family, hello and welcome to your December 2024 tarot forecast. I'm Ms. Eden, and Aquarius, I'm so happy that you all are here. Welcome. I hope you've been having a nice holiday season so far. This is going to be a general reading for my Aquarius sun, moon, and rising signs. Y'all, don't sweat it if you don't catch this video, Aquarius family, right after I post. Know there's a time and a place for you to receive this message. So when you feel that urge, that tingle to click and watch or listen, that's the right time for you to hear this. And I do hope there'll be a message or something in here for you, beautiful Aquarius family. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I just want to take a minute and show a lot of gratitude to y'all for all the video views, the likes, subscriptions, and especially your comments. I've really enjoyed hearing from the family and hearing from y'all how y'all are doing and how these readings are hitting for you and the bigger energies out there. Y'all, because this is a general reading for the collective, expect that not everything may hit for every single one of y'all. So take what does resonate, what does hit for you and is meaningful, and then leave the rest for others. Okay, beautiful Aquarius. The one big ticket news on deck is that I am now open as of November, kind of, but these are my December forecasts. I'm now open for tarot reading bookings. So you can book a tarot reading with me one-on-one. And the way to do that is through my Instagram. So I'm kind of keeping it simple right now. You can find the link for my Instagram in my bio. If you head on over to my bio, that link is there. When you get over to my Instagram, send me a DM and we can set up an appointment for y'all, all right? I'm really excited to work one-on-one with y'all more and more. So that's the big news. And while I'm talking about my Instagram, there are all sorts of things that don't get cross-posted over here on my YouTube. So go ahead if you feel like becoming a family member over there as well. Let's join and follow, keep growing that family. And I love hearing from y'all no matter the platform. And I know that those are really the only two. I don't do too many. It's too much to keep track of. We're going to do a little something different this month. I'm still messing around, Aquarius, with the formats and how I want this. So in the effort of keeping things a little bit shorter, because I know we're also amidst a busy season for a lot of us. While a lot of us take time off, it's filled with other kinds of busyness with chores and visiting family and cooking and all sorts of things, So I'd say kind of like getting ready for the winter, kind of like prepping for hibernation is how I like to think of it this season leading up to the solstice. But we're going to do instead, we're going to drop the astrology forecast because I'm going to try and put that in a separate video for all signs to check out. And we're going to start with an oracle card pull and then get into your tarot reading. Okay, beautiful Aquarius. And y'all have had actually, I'm going to say it as a statement, but really I kind of mean it as a question. Like y'all have had quite the last couple of months, maybe even year, because we've just had Pluto move into Aquarius towards the end of November. So this is a big shift. And all of my fixed sign energies could feel this a little more intensely. That's going to be Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, and Tauran. But it just left the sign of Capricorn crossing over into Aquarius, Pluto. So how are y'all feeling with that? This is a big shift of power and how we deal with and place and give power. Distribute, that's the word, power. And control. Yeah. How are y'all feeling that, Aquarius? Because, I'm a fixed sign, but I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the revolutionary energy. And if y'all want a little deep dive into the Pluto stuff, I have a separate video if you look for Pluto in Aquarius that gives you a little bit more of those cycles, past, present, and future, possibly, like speculations. We're talking about what might come up in the future during this cycle because it's for 20 years. So this is a big cycle for y'all, Aquarius. So that said, let's get into this December. We are in the final month of 2024. And when I checked in with your oracle card, the deck I'm using is the Shaman's Dream Oracle deck. I absolutely love this deck. It's really deep and I connect with it really well. That doesn't mean everyone will, but it is one of my preferred decks. because of the depth it can go. If y'all are ever interested in me doing a deck review, please let me know. I would be happy to, and I've been thinking about it too. Maybe you haven't wanted to commit to buying it yet, but you've wanted to check it out. Leave it in the comments. Let me know. So your pull for the theme of your reading this month, Aquarius, is number 36, Lost in Space, Needing Direction. Beautiful card. Remember that saying of like, not all who wander are lost. So numerologically, I just wanted to give you a minute to take that card in silence without my voice chattering away. This is card number 36. So numerologically, that's adding up to 9. But very interesting, the power of 369 here. You might see repeating 3s, 6s, 36s. 9 might be a significant number for you this month. So just keep your eyes peeled, because you never know how Spirit likes to send the messages. And a lot of the ways I find are through number signs. So Lost in Space. Let's take a deeper look at what this card means for my Aquarius family this month as we hop into your tarot reading. Lost in Space. Feeling lost, needing direction and focus, a 24-hour day. Sometimes in life we lose our way, perhaps falling prey to addictive behaviors, jealousy, comparison, resistance, or fear. This happens especially when we are up-leveling and genuinely changing for the better. A part of us, hiding in the vast expansiveness in space, wants to sabotage our progress. In the transformation process, our inner world will no longer feel safe or inhabitable, as we find that our thoughts and beliefs have morphed beyond recognition. You may find yourself adrift in this way right now, unable to focus or determine the next step. You might be tired and simply need to regroup and rest. When you lack direction, the first thing you do is redirect your perspective of time. Like a newborn baby who needs swaddling to feel safe, you are invited to reduce your life visioning to the next 24 hours. Anyone can handle living in 24-hour compartments, which allows everything to feel grounded and manageable. You get lost in space when you imagine being swallowed up in the giant vastness of the future with its dark uncertainty, or reflect on how your past has held you captive in the hall of your distorted, never-ending mirrors, reminding you of your mistakes and flaws, failures and losses. Take heart that the simple 24-hour container immediately banishes those two awful eternities away. You will find your energy and focus restored as you recognize that you were never lost at all. Keep it simple. Right now, conserve your energy and take care of you in basic, fundamental ways, and the world will be right again. I love that message for Aquarius. I definitely feel like that could be a message for the greater Pluto and Aquarius message and energies that we're all feeling. Absolutely. Just take it day by day, Aquarius. You don't have to know everything, know how the path ends for you and what's always coming next. Like, it's okay to kind of just drift a little bit, or until be comfortable with the drift until we figure it out. We need to get comfortable as humanity, as humans, in spaces of uncertainty. Yeah. So let's start your reading. Let's go ahead and jump into it with that theme in mind for my Aquarius. Here you are coming into the month of December. We have the Knight of Discs. Now, this is a different deck that I'm using, so the court cards are a little bit different here. It says the Prince of Discs, but in the traditional Rider-Waite, this would be the Knight of Discs. This is all about moving slow and steady. So the slowdown is really important, that this oracle card, Lost in Space, talked about. We are in a Mercury retrograde cycle anyway, so I'm happy to see that a lot of my Aquarius understand the mission, or seem to, or they have the opportunity to if they're not leaning into the energy. The opportunity is there for you to slow down and really focus on the goals that you have about what you want to manifest in the material world. This is the only night that's not really moving traditionally. Now, this one is given a bit of movement, but this is like very slow paced, calculated, not trying to rush forward, and you know you don't need to right now. You understand that this is a slowdown cycle, and so fast movements aren't required because the energy that surrounds you this month in December is temperance, and this deck it's art. So rest and restoring your balance. This is like divinely guided from your angels, your guides, your ancestors, Aquarius, that you take a minute to ease up and restore your fills. Lean into the rebalancing of the universe and the universal energies can offer you, that, these angels are offering you. Raphael is the archangel of healing, so call on Raphael's energy if there is actual healing needed this month, mental, emotional, physical, whatever. But this is all about rebalancing your stores to regain creativity, inspiration, where we can move and operate at a not so slow pace, where we can start picking it up again from a place of clarity. And again, that space of alchemizing and creation. But it takes stillness and peace and rebalancing and restoration. Sacred healing needs to come first for my Aquarius. And y'all are really eager for that new energy. This is totally Aquarius. It's like y'all know you need to get rest, but you also have this never-ending source of fire with this Ace of Wands. So new opportunities, new endeavors, feel like you want to get out and do new things and everything. Well, the universe in this Mercury retrograde cycle is telling you to rest right now. So how can you utilize this kind of fiery new creativity, inspiration, new travel, new ideas, new collaborations, new projects? This isn't about really like launching yet. This is like seeding the ideas. They're coming to you. The collaborations, it's all coming, but you don't need to launch, like an IPO right now. That's not the time. This isn't the time for that. But this is harnessing a lot of new energy. And again, it should be coming from a space of like sacred rest, creation, compassion, love, heart-centered energy. That's going to help bring you a lot of stability this month. Give you a lot of direction when you allow yourself to slow down and ease up on the pace so you can figure out what the hell direction do I want to go, as opposed to charging and plowing along and then being like, ooh, that wasn't the right turn we needed to make. Well, now we need to backtrack 50 miles and then figure out the way we need to go. Well, you might as well have just paused when you didn't really know which way you needed to turn at the fork and wait. Take that moment to recharge. Okay, the holiday season is a busy, draining season for all of us. The seasons are changing. We're really settling in the northern hemisphere here into winter. It is the solstice, northern and southern hemisphere. So it can be a very draining season for a lot of us. There's a lot of family involvement, celebration, but that could travel. That can be very draining, even though we're really excited for it. And my Aquarius family has had a lot of I've just lost the word, but 10 of Cups energy. Like y'all have just had your emotional cups completely overflowing. Y'all have done the work again, and if it's been through taking some stillness and slowness, here's how you need to recognize this in your life panning out. Of like, have recently, because this is coming in from the past, maybe in November, like you've just had a lot of experiences that have led to your heart feeling very full, getting all the things that you want. And that doesn't mean materially just like money and things. I mean experiences, time with people you love in communities and places, that sort of stuff that just makes your heart overflow. This is like your happy ending. You've gotten everything, you've gotten there to the place that you wanted and so long to be at. So you're like kind of cool. I think a lot of my Aquarius was like, yeah, I'll slow down and be in this energy for a while. Good. You deserve it. And that's okay. If you pause in that energy of the 10 of Cups while you're feeling a little lost in space and figuring out your next direction, great. That means that you're pausing to celebrate your victories and appreciate what you've created and manifested for yourself before you go on creating the next thing. Savor it. Savor it, Aquarius. I love that. So we have crowning your reading the King of Cups, Knight of Cups in this deck. But the King of Cups is all about, could be a male, older water sign energy, masculine. I'm going to say masculine water sign energy. But very, very spiritual, very in control of their emotions, very nurturing, very compassionate. So my water signs are Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But this is like someone who's done the emotional work. This could be my Aquarius. Again, that's what has led you to this space of like knowing when it's time to rest, knowing when it's time to slow down, knowing when it's time to move. Tapping into your heart center. This could also be an actual figure, like a person in your life that possesses these qualities and has been able to bring and help you see this 10 of Cups that you've been recently seeing in the past. They've also helped you gain, or this energy, if you're harnessing it yourself and feeling very deeply connected to your spiritual higher self, dealing with your emotional blocks that have been coming up and the karmic baggage that we've all been asked to clear recently. That's what's giving you the clarity and the fire and the vision for what comes next. Beautiful. You need to be wary in December, again, that right now is not the time to be executing and making choices. Now is time for stillness, because you have 7 of Cups, which is all about illusion and delusion. You don't have all the information right now, and that's why you need the stillness to gain the clarity, Aquarius, this month. Because you might think that one of these cups holds everything that you want, like all the things that are going to fill your heart space. But remember, you're already here. So don't go backtracking by thinking and falling into the same traps of like, especially, this could be like what society tells us we should be really striving after. Money, fame, power, control, like things, materialism. But there's other things that can fill our emotional cups too that you've really learned about in the past. It doesn't have to be just material, physical things. Those are very limiting. You've ascended. We are in Pluto and Aquarius. There's no longer time for just the material, lower frequency ego structure, kind of that 3D, just control, ego, materialism, money. That's not what holds the emotional fulfillment for you. So there's going to be like a test from the universe of like, all right, that's what you've set forth in your energy space, that intention of like, yeah, this is what I want to keep seeing in my life. Well, we're going to throw a little choice at you and see if you're going to make the right choice. That, again, some of these cups can hold, peace, deep spiritual connection, community, nature. That can also be rewarding and fill our emotional cups. So again, be wary of the choices that you make this month when it comes to what you think is going to make you happy in the long term, because you already have been in the place of happiness. Don't be so quick to keep moving on to the next thing and move out of that energy space, because it's going to happen eventually. Life is nothing but change, Aquarius. So you might as well ride this 10 of Cups energy while you got it, right? So don't go making the wrong choices. Like, wait, stillness, pause, rebalance, check in with your ancestors. The angels are there to guide you. If you're not quite sure which way to go, they'll give you the green light as well to let you know when it's time to hit the gas. You might be feeling a lot of defeat right now with this 5 of Swords energy. Your minds coming into December, or whenever you happen to catch this video, your minds might be filled with a lot of defeat and sorrow. Like someone has taken or stolen, maybe not been speaking the truth, and it's caused a lot of mental upset. You also have to, and it has to do with something pertaining to your material world again, because I see the pentacle here, but it's upside down. So it's like kind of negatively impacting our material resources, stability, that sort of thing. But it's also messing with our mind. Now, this isn't always someone externally that is lying, cheating, stealing, because that's a lot of the time the only way this card gets interpreted. This is also about, and I think this is very important for my Aquarius, especially some of my Aquarius to hear, this could also be, how do we do that to ourselves? Lie, cheat, steal ourselves, because we think that we have to take on the whole mental burden ourselves, do the whole damn thing on our own, because we want to be in control. So it's kind of like working almost behind the veil, like in the darkness, not like kind of secretively, almost just like grumbling to like, oh, I have to do this all on my own. Well, you're not. Well, look at you. You're like, you're setting forth the actions that are saying to the universe, I want to do this on my own. So again, like that feeling of defeat, is it like self-defeat because of the situations and expectations that we've been creating for ourselves that have taken, stolen. They've been cheating, lying to us in our head, right? Those expectations about what the reality really truly is. So again, don't be so quick. Like, you're going to have some tests this month, I'm feeling very strongly coming up for my Aquarius. And they're going to be tests about what's really important for us at our heart level. It's going to challenge our mental space, right? About how we deal with defeat, how we deal with illusion and delusion and debauchery, right? Where are we making these decisions from? Is it truly heart-centered, or is it connecting with the higher self when we're operating from our heart, or is it kind of a lower heart frequency, which is like, I'm thinking more like the obsessive, needy, like almost attached, clingy partner, right? That like, that's like a negative, that's sticky. Look at that water and flowing between the cups. It's not even, it's just sticky and icky, gunky. You don't want that kind of energy. You want your water is turned to pure light here. You've alchemized it to pure light. This is where you want to stay for the month of December, by making good choices for yourself. And also understanding that this isn't going to be permanent. It is going to change. You're going to have to move. You will have a moment where you can use that energy. Okay, Aquarius, don't sweat it. But like, if the universe is giving you the sign to rest, if you're hitting a lot of roadblocks and slowdowns, take it as a freaking sign, because you have the Tower card. People see a breaking down of something in your world. This is how other people see you. So kind of like that lost in space, like they see this new you forming after a lot of old things, patterns have broken down and fallen away. So I think for like, this isn't as intense because of where this is laying in the reading. I'm feeling like this is just mostly other people's perspective, what they're seeing of you. But you are very much, I feel like, some of my Aquarius in control of clearing. Like, you're creating, I don't mean this in a bad way, so let me explain this after I say it. You are creating the Tower moments that need to happen. Okay, because they're going to happen either way. The way you get to this really fiery, difficult kind of Tower moment is when you delay, avoid, and then the universe comes and smacks down a pretty harsh life lesson for you. Takes out the whole foundation, and you have to start over from the bottom. I feel like a lot of my Aquarians have been feeling that internal energy of change, again, Pluto in Aquarius now, coming up for them. And so you've been doing the eternal clearing and the work, these Tower moments where you know you need to just completely demolish down to the foundations, clear the rubble, and start again. So that's what I mean, is like you were like from a very powerful place taking charge with this, which is the better way to do the Tower. For those of my Aquarius who aren't, be wary that there might be, with other people that you're interacting with this month, there might be some Tower moments, some complete breakdowns. This is universally like guided. The universe wasn't having it anymore. You've been dilly-dallying on an issue, on dealing with having that conversation with someone this month. I know it's family, I know. And maybe don't have that conversation on Christmas Day or whatever, like the most important, like save it and plan the timing. But if you're avoiding it, whatever the change that needs to happen, because this is very much Uranian energy, Mars energy, aggressive, warlike, sudden changes, shifts, complete breakdown and destruction. Make sure you're in charge of that breakdown and destruction, because you should know and have a pretty revolutionary vision of what you want to build up. You understand that old things need to be cleared now. But there's a lot of worry about whatever you're working on seeding with this Seven of Pentacles, that you're not going to see it bear fruit. You're afraid of failure, frankly. And this is going to apply to your material stability. This could be money, material resources, your stability in the 3D world around you. But like, you've been doing the work, you've had the ideas. Again, you've been seeding the plants and the ideas with that Knight of Pentacles energy. It's about patience, Aquarius. You're so on fire to like see the fruit of your labor. And so you're thinking, oh, I don't see the fruit of my labor yet. I failed. Patience, time is needed. Time, divine timing is very important for my Aquarius right now. All of us, but that's really important to seeing everything that you've been working towards pay off. So I don't want my Aquarius to think like, oh, the failure card. No, I'm going to fail. I'm going to fail with money. No. This card is like the illusion of failure, because you're being impatient. Everything that you're like, you're seeing some buds of what you've planted start coming up, but you're impatient that it's not fruit yet, that you can't harvest to sell. Well, again, it takes time. And I think a lot of my Aquarius are understanding that slowdown. Name of the game for y'all, what's really going to be important is teamwork. If you want to make sure those seeds bear fruit, if you're really that worried about it, and you shouldn't be, because again, you're coming in with bright new ideas, with new energy. This is going to be required for Pluto and Aquarius. Revolutionary thinking, new technologies, new ideas, new medicines, at like how we connect with like our spiritual sides, everything. So again, how do we work with others? How can we lean on our team to help us collab if we're not sure about the next step forward? The team that you have, and this doesn't always have to be a work team, but it could be people that you're close with that do affect your financial resources, since it's Pentacles, could come into play and be very helpful for you in offering guidance, or they might say something that they don't even mean to offer as guidance, but it provides an insight, like an aha of like, oh my God, that's the idea that I needed. So it's going to come from somewhere else for y'all, which is great because Pluto and Aquarius is all about building community, humanitarian energy. So there it is, right there for my Aquarius. And if you do that, Aquarius, again, you got a lot of abundance of the heart, like your cup overfloweth emotionally. You have a lot of potential for that because you're moving forward with more heart-centered intention and decisions. So just don't sweat it when the bumps come. The tests are coming this month. Slow it down, bring stillness, take a moment to meditate, find a space where you can have some quiet. And if you're really feeling like not sure, you know that your guides, spirit, ancestors, angels, they're all there to help you this month. Sending my Aquarius family so much love for the month of December. Bye, y'all.